It's a beautiful day in the Gayborhood, a beautiful day to talk to Kelley Robinson, president of HRC, the Human Rights Campaign. Hey, Kelley!
So happy to be here.
Oh, we love having you in the Gayborhood, and we love having you in Washington. And you've been on the road with Kamala Harris campaigning. Tell me what that's like.
It's exciting. I don't know about you, but I grew up Black and queer in the United States of America, and for the first time I'm
Me
feeling
too.
Yeah.
No, I grew up cis, white, I could pass, Mr. Privilege, all of that stuff. But please go on.
I know, but I'm feeling a sense of patriotism I've never felt before. She's telling us that this American story is for all of us. So I know folks are nervous. The election's just a couple days away, but I'm hopeful and optimistic about what could be on the other side.
Well, that's you. You're optimistic. I have been giving myself a mouth manicure, and a lot of anxiety. And I'm talking to a lot of people, and they're worried. So please spread more of that optimism so that we can get through these next 6 days.
We can't take anything for granted, and people are worried because the stakes are so high. You know that, especially with your listeners, especially LGBTQ plus people. We know that better than anybody. But the thing is, we got to use all that energy and put it into action, right? So if you're anxious, good. Use that to go out and knock some doors. If you're feeling nervous, good. Use that to make a vote plan and encourage other people to get out and vote. We know this race is going to come down to just a handful of votes, not only the presidency, but the race for the United States House and the United States Senate. So we got to make sure we do everything that we can every day up and through the election.
Yeah, I've heard it said that the only thing that Kamala could lose to is the couch.
That is so true. You're going to hear me saying that.
Yeah.
But that's true. If we participate, if we engage, we will win.
Well, Kamala Harris in the last few days has been saying on the campaign trail, if Donald Trump is elected, he is going to go into the White House with an enemies list. And if she goes in, she's going to have a to-do list on what she can do for the American people. But, if there's an enemy list, we're KGAY, we're in the media. You, Kelley, of course, the president of the Human Rights Campaign, we're on that list. How do you feel about that? Are you ready to meet up in a camp?
If that camp is anywhere, I'd like it to be at Coachella, okay? Because I'm not trying to have that happen. But we know the stakes. That's what's at risk right now. I mean, you have a guy that's talking about being a dictator on day one. You have Project 2025 that's talking about not just rolling back our rights, but erasing so many of us, especially our trans siblings. So we got to be clear about what's at stake and do the work to turn out and not lose hope. Right now we have to hold on to the belief that change is possible and use that to motivate ourselves to do every piece of work to make it happen.
I have never done this in an interview. I heard a speech you gave. I'm going to play the whole thing. Kelley Robinson at the Democratic National Convention. It was short, it was sweet, it was on point, and I want to hear it again.
Please welcome President of the Human Rights Campaign, Kelley Robinson.
America is the story of progress towards freedom. In just a few generations, my family went from being enslaved in Mississippi to being the first free Black family in Muscatine, Iowa, to now preparing to elect President Kamala Harris. Progress is happening, my friends. The 20+ million LGBTQ+ Americans are living proof of it. We are your friends and your neighbors, your classmates and your family. Like Daniel, a trans kid in Tucson who's going to his very first prom. Like Eric from San Antonio, who sacrificed in combat and then came home to battle Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Like Sandy and Chris, the first same-sex couple to get legally married in California 11 years ago, in a ceremony officiated by Kamala Harris. Donald Trump wants to erase us. He would ban our health care, belittle our marriages, bury our stories, but we're not going anywhere. We are not going back. Kamala Harris freedom, y'all. So tonight, we're fighting for lesbian, gay, bisexual, queer, and trans freedom without exception. We're fighting for equality for all without exception. We're fighting for joy. Somebody say joy. Somebody say joy. Without exception. And when we fight, thank you.
Unbelievable. That was so great. I mean, in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, you told your story, our story, what's at stake. Really, really an amazing job. And they played Fly Me to the Moon to bring you on stage. I love that.
Oh, it was such an honor to get to represent us and our community. It was so powerful.
Well, we have got Kelley Robinson, the president of HRC, in town for the HRC Garden Party. It's presented by Silvercrest. It's Saturday in Palm Springs at the Gene Autry Estate. Now, it is sold out. They have sold all the tickets, which is fantastic. Brian O'Connor did a great job getting that done. There's going to be a special honor given to Jonathan Bennett, we understand.
From Mean Girls fame.
Yes. And of course, now he's in all these Hallmark LGBTQ plus stories.
I love it.
Directed by Palm Springs resident Sir Ronald, as we call Ron Oliver, who some people call the King of Christmas, but we call him the Queen of Christmas. So Jonathan Bennett there's a warm spot in our heart for him in Palm Springs because he's shown up and shown out for so many years for us.
Amazing. Yeah, we're going to have a great time. And you can also catch us at Palm Springs Pride that's coming up this weekend. And we'll also be out knocking doors for Will Rollins, who could flip the United States House of Representatives if we do the work and get him elected. So a lot of opportunities to engage with the Human Rights Campaign.
Kelley Robinson, president of HRC, it is a pleasure to have you in the Gayborhood and to have you fighting for us on the national stage and on all of the political playing fields out there.
It's an honor to get to do it. Thanks.
Hey, it's John Taylor. Thanks for watching our video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our K-Gay channel so you won't miss anything going on in the Gayborhood. And you can always listen live to kgaypalmsprings.com.